All right, this you're going to want to watch because this is about an amazing girl who's, been called the ultimate underdog. Just tell me about it.
She's absolutely incredible. I'm so glad that we can bring you all this story. It's the story of a girl in one of the poorest spots on earth, a slum in Uganda. One day, scrounging for food, she goes into a chess program that was created by a missionary, and it turns out she's amazing at chess. She ends up traveling the world, inspiring people, becoming the subject of a viral news article, this book right here, The Queen of Katwe, and a brief documentary on YouTube. And now, on top of all that, Disney is working on a movie about her. I got to speak with 16-year-old Phiona Mutesi, her chess coach Robert Katende, and the author of this book, Tim Crothers. And I started by asking Phiona what her life was like before chess.
Before I discovered chess, I was living in the hard life where I was sleeping on the streets and we couldn't have anything to eat at the streets. So that's when I decided to follow my brother to get a cup of porridge. And when I followed my brother to get a cup of porridge, that's when I started learning chess.
Because there was an area in which if you went and learned chess, you could get a bowl of porridge, right? And that would help feed you and feed your brother. So you go into this place, you see people playing chess. Had you ever seen it before? Did you know what it was?
No, I had never seen chess, so it was my first time to see chess.
So, Robert, let me ask you, what is it about Phiona that makes her, is she a prodigy? You said you discovered something in her about her chess skills that you hadn't seen before.
Yeah, actually, I've personally kind of come to believe that she has an extra natural talent, which is extraordinary. We've been even able to go to the high-profile kind of tournament, like the Olympiads, which we had never thought of even being at.
I started playing against girls and boys. Then I started beating the boys. When I play chess, I'm not afraid. I know that I can win.
What happened after you started to show your ability for chess? How did your life change?
I thought that the life I was living in, that everyone was living in that life. But now I've happened to see many people living in different lives. So I think chess has led me to that. And even it has given me an opportunity to go back to school. Chess gave me a hope, whereby now I'm having a hope of becoming a doctor, and I'm having now a hope of becoming a grandmaster.
Wow, chess made you want to become a doctor. Tim, let me bring you in here. You have described Phiona as the ultimate underdog. What are the many factors making her the ultimate underdog?
First of all, that she's from Africa sort of makes her an underdog in the world. The fact that she is from Uganda makes her sort of an underdog in Africa because it's one of the poorer countries in Africa. The fact that she's in Katwe makes her an underdog in Uganda because Katwe is the most impoverished slum in the entire country. And then to be a girl in Katwe, girls are not treated as equals to the boys. So basically every hurdle that the world can place in front of her, it has placed in front of her.
Phiona, I know you lost your father from AIDS when you were very young, but your other parts of your family, how do they feel about what's happening with you and chess?
They cried. Some of them cried because years back we didn't have hope and we didn't have something like that one day it can happen. So they are very excited.
Robert, does Phiona's story show that chess can help lift kids out of slums all over the world?
Absolutely, because it teaches you on how to assess, on how to make decisions, or abstractive thinking, focus, endurance, problem solving, and looking at a challenge as an opportunity in all cases, and possibly not giving up. The discipline, the patience, everything. Talk about anything to do with life. You can get it in that game.
God has given me a gift of playing chess, and I play chess to please Him.
By the way, what's it like to be in America, to be in New York? How's the trip?
I've not liked New York because there's too much noise in it.
She is so lovable. Oh, man. I want you all to know two. Yeah, I know. It gets noisy, even for those of us who are there all the time. Two more things that you all should know about her. One is that we're saying she's 16 years old. She doesn't definitively know her own birthday. This is the poverty in Uganda. The people with her believe she's 16. She might still be 15, depending when her birthday is. The other thing I find so interesting, I gave her the name Idi Amin. It means nothing to her. She's never heard of the so-called butcher of Uganda who ran that country through the 70s. And that is the extent of the poverty we're talking about. Kids in this country cannot go to school in many cases. They spend their days searching for food. They don't know basics of their own country. Allison, she does, however, know the name Joseph Kony. This Ugandan warlord we've talked about during the year, the subject of a viral video. It shows the kind of life that she's rising above through discovering chess here.
You know, it's amazing. You mentioned all those obstacles, you know, in her way, every obstacle imaginable. And then the game of chess itself. I mean, she's never seen it before. You pick it up and she immediately is amazing at it. She's a prodigy. I mean, what really is that? What's in her that's really driving her?
It's some sort of incredible natural talent. I mean, think about this. She couldn't read or write, but she saw chess and she started to understand it. There's something intrinsic about what the strategizing that goes into chess that just fit for her. And now she's becoming the face of a nation. People all over the world getting to know her. She's inspiring girls, women, everywhere.
And me. What a great story.
Yeah, all of us.
Thanks, Josh.
You got it. Thank you.